a patient. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
How's it, guys? Well, next we're off to build the Enterprise B. The Enterprise B is the Enterprise where James T. Kirk is now supposed to have lost his life with, I think it was called the Nexus, a big ribbon in space. But he actually didn't die. He entered the Nexus, and then many years later Jean-Luc Picard goes and finds him and gets him to come back. So we're going to build that particular ship. I don't build the bigger version of that one. Only problem I had with that kit was the stand they gave with it was really flimsy. I should have worked a way to make a proper stand for it, and the stand broke off, as you can see over there. The stand broke, and I put it aside, but I never got around to making a stand for it, and then my warp nacelles broke off. But anyway, just put those in place. This is basically what we're going to be building, but there's going to be one major difference. You might think, but it's the same ship, so what can be the difference? Well, that I'm going to be building the mini Enterprise B. So I've just got to still fix this particular Enterprise B. Maybe I should build it like that, with real engines. Just kidding. Once again, the one little problem which is on this one is this writing over here. The only advantage is it's on the bottom, not on the top. So, just like the last kit which I built, I've already cut all the parts off the sprue. The detail on this is pretty nice, so I'm hoping that it will turn out pretty awesome. It's just on this one I'm going to build most of it, because let's just see where that part is. There we go. The problem is you've got decals that's got to go on here, and I'm dropping the parts. This piece here must go on top there like that and clip into place. Now if I clip that into place, then I've got to try slide the decal underneath this part here and get it in place, and that's just going to be a big headache. So I'm going to build all the parts first and then do the decals, and then final assembly once everything is done. So let's get over to the bench. I can stop rambling and talking nonsense, and we can get down to the art of model building. Be back now. Okay guys, I've just laid out all the parts so you can see what you get. You got your two halves of the warp nacelles, same like the other two kits. You get two halves of the engineering hull, same like the other kit. The only difference is in this one, your warp nacelle pylons don't have to go in when you do these halves of the engineering hull. That you can put in last. You've got this extra piece which you don't have on the other three kits. Then you've got this little part here, the secondary shuttle bay, and then of course the two saucer sections like normal, and then you've got this little piece over here which is your deflector dish, which has to go in place over here somehow like that before you can put these two together. So this one is slightly different in part counts. This one's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 parts. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 parts, where most of them only had, I think it was 11 parts. So this one has got slightly more parts to it, but still a pretty simple build. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to build this one, but let me quickly get all my stuff in place and then we can start building. Be back now. Okay guys, the first part we're going to build is the saucer. I just noticed, I thought I had got all the little pieces off, but I realized I haven't. This one is pretty simple to do. Okay, so all we need to do is clip these two together, and then that one will go into that section over there. So that must go in like that. So I must just get some glue around this edge there. Hopefully my glue doesn't, my glue is not giving me trouble. Okay. Slap this into position. This is pretty small, so it's a little bit tough to slap these together. Okay, there we go. Don't forget to put some glue into some certain places. That's not so serious. I've got that other glue which you put in with the brush. I just want to quickly get that one down. Yeah, that's there. Yeah, I used this as I explained in the last video. Instead of using my decal softener, I went and I put this particular glue on the decal, and the decal said, "Cheerio. See you in another life." And I melted most of my decal away. So I was a little bit disappointed, but it was my own mistake. It's something I could have avoided. but I didn't. I made the mistake, and now it's over and done with. Okay, now the next part is this little funny one here. That's got to go into that gap there, so I can drop some glue in there, on there. Oops, I've got it the wrong way around. That way it doesn't help, putting it in the wrong way. And there we go. That is that done. Okay guys, that is the saucer section done. The next part is the warp nacelles. Be back with that now. Okay guys, I'm only going to do the one warp nacelle. I don't want to make this video too long. That's got to go in there like that. It's supposed to clip in place, but for some reason it doesn't want to. Okay, there we go. I've got it to finally clip in. So that must go in there like that. And drop a bit of glue in each one. Glue there. To go in place like that. Now the next part is the other warp nacelle half. Okay. And I got a loose grip. And there we go. And that's it. That's basically how they both go on, exactly the same way. I don't want to push this video's time up too much because there's going to be a lot of decals on this one, but that's it for now. I'm quickly going to do that part and then we'll be over to the engineering hole because that's going to be the biggest part. Be back now. Okay guys, next I've got to put this little part in. It does look pretty tricky. It's got to go into this part here. This is the deflector dish housing. You got to put it in over there like that. Once that's glued in place, and I can put this one in place, and then the other half can go in to position. So let's quickly get some glue down. Okay. Quickly close my glue up. And get the part in place. Almost had it in the wrong position. Well, that looks alright. That's got to go in there. next part that's got to go in is this one here. That's got to go into place like that. So let's quickly do that at the same time. There. Okay, well I'm now going to let that dry. And once that's done, then I can put this half on there, and then the top half. Now your one shuttle bay sits over here, and then this piece over here, that one over there, is supposed to be your secondary shuttle bay as far as I understand it. So this is now all together. I'm just going to leave that there so it can dry, and then we can put these two halves on, which must go basically together like that. This half's got to go there, that's got to drop into there and down onto that like that basically. So I'm just going to let that dry a little while, so when I do this it doesn't move. Be back now. Okay guys, my battery's almost flat, so I don't know how much time I've still got left. Now we can start assembling this. I normally would just put glue down and glue the whole thing, but this time I'm going to put these two parts together, get the top part on, then use this glue over here and just put the glue on, and not use this one this time, because I'm hoping by doing it this way this will keep the whole thing together. So that makes it easier. But it didn't want to work. Okay, I've got that now together. Get that in place. And there it pops loose again. This is going to be tricky. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is just pop some glue on that and that. Get those glued into place. Once those are holding, then hopefully it will make gluing the rest of it easier. Okay, I've got that now together. I've got the glue in there to glue it, but now I must just hold it for a few minutes so the glue can dry. So I'll be back now. Okay guys, what I've decided to do is, while holding this, I'm going to summer glue this section here by pouring the glue in from the back like this, and get all of this done. And then at least once the front's done, then it's just a matter of doing the back parts. So that's it for now guys. It's going to take me a while to hold this. Be back now. Okay guys, that piece is now dry enough. Next I want to pop this into here, and hopefully we can get these parts to go into place. Then once they're in place, then I can start gluing all the parts together. It doesn't want to go in. Let me get that off. Okay, let's try that again. Everything on this side seems to be alright. Not really. Okay guys, for some reason these things don't want to go into place, so I'm going to try sort that out, and I'll be back now. Okay guys, what I've done is the little clips, the little pins that stick up, I've cut them off completely because they seem to be causing problems. They don't seem to want to go into place. So I'm just going to put that there, get this in place, and glue it, starting at the back and then work my way to the front, and hopefully everything works out. At least that's the plan at the moment. Try do one side at a time, get it all nicely glued in place, and see how it turns out. And it's not a bad little model kit. It's just a pity they couldn't have molded this in one solid piece. But it's not too shabby. Okay, so I'm going to put that in like that. And like this. And get the glue open and then start gluing it. Guys, I'm going to give that a chance to dry. When I get back, I'll most probably be finished with this because it is a bit finicky, and I don't want to waste your time watching me glue this thing together for heaven knows how long. So I'll be back now. Okay guys, I'm going to put on the decals that go onto this piece here and here and here. Then I will do the bottom part, and later on I will do the warp nacelles himself. Just some little pieces I just want to get rid of before I start putting the decals on. That is basically done, but there is a fine gap there which I want to try fill. As you can see, the knife can go in there, so I just want to maybe fill that up, but I've decided to start with the warp pylons and warp nacelles first, get them done. Okay, let's put the first decal into the water and count to 30, then we can take it out. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so that should be done. That's gotta go inwards, yeah. No, she wants to be in the water a little bit longer. I'm just going to do the one here and the middle one, then the other one I'll do off camera, and I'll do the same on the bottom. I'll do the one and then the other one off camera. Otherwise this will take a little bit too long. The decal now decides to stick to my finger. Okay. The rubbish I'll get dumped in the dustbin. A little bit of water to dab up the excess. A little bit of water, a little bit of toilet paper just to dab up the excess water. Well, today I must make sure I don't use glue. As I said in the last video, the mistake I made, I was supposed to use this of that neck decal, and I used that. I don't want to use this again because, well, it destroys decals and not softens them. So that must now just soften. The next one is just this little line. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. And this one is pretty simple. Still doesn't want to come off. This one is just a straight line through the middle. And now it decides to fold itself over the edge of the paper. So it's just, and there it goes, it does that again. Okay. Now I just got to move that across the center like that. Some decal softener. It also helps bond the decal basically to the plastic model, and then it doesn't come off as easy. It's a good clear coat. It should stay on for a very, very long time, hopefully longer than the model will exist. Okay guys, that's it so far. quickly going to do that one, and I'll be back now. Okay guys, I've done that one on that side so long. Now it's just, oops, wrong way around. Yep. Now it's this one on this side. Okay. Now some decal bonder and not glue. I want my decals to stay in place, but not permanently dissolved. Yeah, when I put that glue on the decal, it actually dissolved it. I lost most of the decal instantaneously, but I was lucky enough I scanned the decals before, so I had it printed out. So I was going to do an old model, clean it up and repair it. I think I used that. Okay, well that's it so far guys. There's both sides. I'm now just going to let that stand so the decal bonder can do its job and soften it and curve it. Once that's all done, then I can come back and put these parts onto the warp nacelles themselves. Be back now. Okay guys, this part over here they say must be light grey, medium grey, but I think that is too light, so I'm not going to paint it that. I've gone for gunmetal. I think that is more closer to what the color should actually be, because every shot I've seen of the ship, that particular part is dark, not light. It's like a metallic type of color, so I'm going with that. I don't know if it's the right, close enough to the right color, but medium gray for me is just, it doesn't look right. I could be mistaken and it is the right color, but on the when I watched the movie it doesn't look like a medium gray to me. It looks similar to a gun gray type color. So that's what I decided to go with. I've spoken to my friend Trevor and he agrees with me. He thinks it looks like a gun grey. Or should I say, he said to me it looks more like a gun grey to him. So that's why I'm going with the gun grey. I agree with him. it looks like gun grey, and it also gives it that slight two-tone type look, no matter what the scale you build in the ship. I don't know if that falls far and how nicely that is in focus, but to me that looks more like the correct colour than a light grey, or should I say medium grey, so that's what I'm going with. I'm not going to do much painting. These models are so small, I'm not bothering really with the seams. Trying to fill seams this small and fix it up is a little bit too much. Okay guys, so there we go, that's the colour I'm choosing for that part. I'm just going to see which other part was the same. The neck part was B, the back they say A, and they say the sensor dish. Now I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the same colour, so before I go paint it I just want to go do some research on the internet, and I'll be back now. Be back now. Okay guys, we're now going to start with the saucer section. So I've just got to get this to slide off. Put a little bit of water from on top here this time. Just see where's that facer band. There we go. Drop that on. Okay. Now what I'm trying to do is, let me get this more or less right there. I'm trying to figure out where the little knobs on the model is for the phaser ports, so I can line them up properly. But they're not easy to see through the decal. Okay, that's right. I must just go a little bit back. Up a little bit just to get a sneak peek. pretty happy with that. Just gotta get my toilet paper. I think I'll be back in shot again. There we go. Okay, got as much water off as I can. Now I'll quickly start putting on my decal softener. While I'm doing that, I can sort of throw my next decal in. Okay, there we go guys, that decal softener on. Be back now. Okay guys, I'm going to put this one on and then I'll do the other side and some of the other things off camera. Shouldn't be overlapping. Okay guys, when I come back, this section here will be done. Be back now. Okay guys, the outer decals are done. I've put this one down already before I started videoing. So let's quickly just maneuver it in place. Okay guys, here we go with that. Next part is just some decal softener so it can contour to the edge of the hole, as you know, and help keep it better in place. So there we go guys, that's that part done. Be back now. Okay guys, the final part I'm going to show you is this one over here. The rest of them are pretty small. Not very small, but small enough that I don't really feel like trying to videotape it because my hands will definitely be getting in the way. Let me just zoom out a bit. Okay. Okay, this one now around that area has to be worked with the decal bonder so I can contour to the shape properly. But that's just going to take a bit of time to get the decal to fall into place, and that's where patience comes in. Okay guys, that's as much as I'm going to video. That's going to take a while for the decal softener to soften and allow it to go into position. So I'll be back now. Okay guys, this is the next part that's got to go on. This area over here. Okay, that moved a little bit more than I wanted. I had it in position and it had to go move on me. Okay guys, I've now gone as far as I can with the water, this whole area is nice and straight, so that went on easy. But this area over here is 3 different levels. It's that level flat, I think it's got a bit of a raise there, and then it comes up to a high end over here. So all of that will have to be done with some decal softener, so all of that can fall nicely into place. This whole area here is the easy part. That over there is the take a while to finish part. So it's now got to soften and lower itself into place. And I'm gonna just put that aside, and I'll be back now. Okay guys, the next part I've got to do is this one over here. It's got to come on there. When it's done, it will look like that. They are pretty tricky, so depends on how much problems this one gives me, will depend on how much videoing I do. Let me get my eyes in the sky on, as I like to call him, and we can start applying. Oops, not quite what I was hoping for. Well, these aren't as nice and easy as what they might look. A little bit tricky to get in place. But once they're done right, they look absolutely fantastic. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to start applying my decal softener to try and get it to start contouring to the shape and form. Okay, well there we go guys, it's starting to take shape. This will take quite a while and quite a few coats of the decal softener to go nicely into position, but you get the idea. So when I come back again with this part, it will be done. Be back now. Okay guys, the next part we're going to do is over here. that part's in. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Okay, this particular decal does not want to cooperate. Okay guys, I'll be back now. Okay guys, the next part is this one over here on the saucer. Okay, I've got it more or less in place. Now it's just a matter of getting some water on and getting it in place. Just quickly, oops, sorry about that guys, just quickly want to get the eye in the sky, my head's set so I can see what I'm doing. Sorry guys if I had it out of shot. This one's proving to be a bit of a pain. Okay guys, so there's that one in place. I just now got to get the decal softener and I'll be back. Okay guys, the next part is this blue that goes in to this like rim piece. That little black spot that I want. Okay, I'm just going to do the one half, not the other half. Okay. This is what was expected. Okay guys, there you get the idea. I've now just got to do this half, and once that's done, that section of the saucer is done. The top is looking pretty awesome. Not much to do there as far as I know. Once the bottom is done, then we just got these little thruster banks to put on all over the saucer section, and I'm not sure where else. But we still got that one to put on that side, and that one to go on to that side, with that one on that side. Once that's done, then we've also got these little side pieces that go around the rim, and quite a few other little parts, but we'll get back to that later. I'm quickly going to do this one, and then I'll be back now. See you soon. Okay guys, I'm now going to glue the warp nacelle part in place there. It clips into place pretty strong, but I don't want to just clip it in place. I want it to stay permanently in place, and it can't be pulled out, even though it is quite good with the two little clips that hold it in place. I don't trust just those two little clips with age, so I am going to rather glue it in place, and that way I know I don't ever have to worry about the warp nacelles coming off ever. Now I've got to get this in, and there we go. Clip it. Get the part in place, and the clips. We'll make sure that it stays in now, because there's more plastic from there to there. It's now going to make it rather backside heavy. Let's quickly get the saucer section in place, and then it's just a matter of putting the just can't get the holes lined up. There we go. Okay, now it's just a matter of letting that dry. Once it's all dry, then I can come and give it a coat of clear, and then I'm done. So there we go, guys. Let me just back out a little bit. There is the Enterprise B. Put it next to the Enterprise refit. And line it up more or less with this warp nacelles. As you can see, she is, I think, a little bit longer than half the size of the Enterprise B. Okay guys, when I come back again after I've given it its clear coat, I will show all four ships next to each other. The B, the refit, the TOS Enterprise, and the NX-01. Be back now. Oh well guys, that's it for this build. I haven't done the clear coat yet. I decided I'll do that another day. It's very late already. Don't know if you can hear all the fireworks in the background. Wish those people wouldn't use fireworks. All it does is scare the crap out of the animals. And in South Africa, shooting of fireworks in any built-up area is also illegal. So I hope every single one of those people end up in jail where they bloody belong. And right now I don't know where my one cat is. Maui, he's missing. I just hope he's alright. But anyway, back to the models. They're now all done. My big Enterprise B, which stand broke, I fixed that. I made it a new little piece that goes up like that. It was so thin and flimsy from the weight of the ship. Right here where it bends and goes into the ship, it broke off. That whole little piece here with the thing that goes up, that whole thing broke off. So I had one from a different ship which I didn't use, so I used that, and it's looking pretty alright. So let's quickly go over, and then I can show you all four ships standing side by side with the big one in the background. I'm not gonna zoom out or anything at this point. I'm just going to take the camera and position it. Okay guys, there we go. There's the big one. As you can see, I haven't painted that yet, but it's holding the bottle up pretty nicely. So there's the big Enterprise B, and there's mini-me Enterprise B. Okay guys, just a recap. I started off with the NX01, which I had no problems with. Then I went to the refit, where I had a couple of small problems. Some of the parts didn't fit properly because the molding was in the wrong, a little bit off. But that was easily fixed by cutting the front piece off and the little gadget where the deflector dish goes, lining it up, sanding it a little bit over there and getting that a little bit flatter and looks more right. Then the decals I felt were a little bit wrong. Had not much problems with that one, just a couple of issues with some decals, nothing major seriously. This one went together pretty easy. Some of the decals were a bit of a problem, but other than that it went together pretty good. So I am now finished with the refit, the TOS Enterprise, the Enterprise refit and the Enterprise B. I just wish I could have said and the Enterprise A, but unfortunately they didn't give one, even though the Enterprise A looked the same as the refit. There were differences to the ship. One, the refit shuttle bay was bigger. Two, there was differences over there and on the bottom of the engineering hull was supposed to be slightly different, so there were some small differences, but it still would have been nice if I could have had refit A, but they don't. So anyway guys, that's the first 4 out of 7. That means we've got 3 ships to go. Next I will be building the Enterprise C, then it will be the iconic Enterprise D, and then the E. And of course I used an old Enterprise D to create that particular model. So there we go guys, one last look for now at the 4 Enterprises. Let me quickly move the camera back and then I can finish the video off. Okay guys, oops, wrong zoom out. That's it for this video. 3 more to go in this series of 7, and then it will all be done. Then all the 1 to 2,500 scale Enterprises is built. What I might think of doing is buying the 1 to 2,500 scale Enterprise. I think it's the refit. I don't know if you can do it as the A, the Reliant, and I think it's a Bird of Prey together. Anyway guys, as you can hear, it's already after 12 o'clock, so it's 2018 has just arrived. This video definitely won't be up in time for me to say Happy New Year's. The other one did that for me, but anyway, it will be up heaven knows what time. But Happy New Year to all you guys, and enjoy modeling in 2018. Happy modeling, live long and prosperous, and cheers. Ciao.